You started up.
Kind. All right, Shalom. We the brothers from Great Millstone, Chicago branch, coming to you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to Akim across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. And me and the brother here, the brother Yawasop from Chicago Camp, me, Ramaki, we were just, in the spirit as we were taking a little ride. And I just said, like, through the spirit, like, we came back in this time, all right, understanding this book for some type of reason. There's some type of spirituality about that. And that's what the world is, like, failing to see because it's so carnal. But it's because what? The Lord always sends the prophets before the downfall of a kingdom. The herald, so to speak. All right, you got it if you got a scripture.
Yeah, I got a scripture for that one.
Kind.
Let's go to Jeremiah. Matter of fact, let me type it up.
Kind, take your time.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because you've had this book, the scriptures. You've had the scriptures. Everybody has had it in their house. Your grandma's had it in their house. The wicked Edomite pastor has it in his house. The so-called president swears in on it. And, surprisingly, ironically, actually, they use the Apocrypha for Biden to swear in. You see? So, but nobody understands this book. But we do. Everything we say through the spirit of power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua that comes from the book, it's happening. Why is that? You got it, brother.
It's the book of Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8.
Right.
The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
And what do we go out there and do? We're prophesying against all the nations. Esau, Moab, Elam. All right? Because we've been made to what? The message, when we go out there and teach the message, it's not to nobody in specific. It's to who the Lord sent it to, which includes all you people, man, all you nations. 2/3 of our people. Go ahead, brother.
Scripture say, try all spirits.
Right.
When it say, many countries against great kingdoms and war and of evil and of pestilence.
Right, and it's also to what? You said that's the spirit. You said try the spirit. It's also to what? Fish for the elect. All right? Teaching and fishing for the elect, fishing for, and just giving the Lord's message, man, of the things to come. Start over again from the top.
It's the book of Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms,
right,
of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Right, and that's what we're doing. We're prophesying of war, evil, pestilence. And who are we prophesying out there to? All the nations, because when we go out there to teach, all the nations pass by. This is what the prophets have always done. You see? The prophets have always came with what? The message of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You get, unless you got another one, Amos 3 and 7.
Hey, the Lord only revealed his secrets to his servants, the prophets, Like, man, that's who the Lord been dealing with since the beginning of time, since the garden,
Right.
The Lord sent his prophets out there,
Right.
Then our Lord, the Lord always speak to his servants. It's the book of Amos chapter 3, verse 7.
Right.
Surely the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua power will do nothing but reveal his secrets to his servants, the prophets.
Right. You got to break it down, brother.
Man, the Lord always dealt with the prophets, man, and the prophets are so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. The Lord always dealt with Israel, no other nation.
Right.
Like, man.
I'm trying to find a scripture where it says that, dang, 1 second.
Hey, to back myself up, I got Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6, It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto Yahweh thy power. The Lord Yahweh thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So the Lord always dealt with Israel,
Right.
The Lord's teacher, man, the Lord's mouthpiece always been Israelites,
Yeah, the Israelites, the prophets of Israel, not just to anybody. Because the prophets is a different section of Israel. You got, because all Israel is not Israel. So the Lord revealed his secrets to the prophets.
Yep.
All right, this is, I got one more. I'm trying to find it.
Has word.
No, I got to find it in here. This is,
So, you know. So let's go to.
Bear me 1 second. Go to Hosea 6:5.
It's the book of Hosea chapter 6, verse 5. And it says, therefore have I hewn them by the prophets. I have slain them by the word of my mouth, and thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth.
Right. So what? Like I said before, we're sent to the nation of Israel. All right. The prophets have always been raised up to go to Israel. You read through the history, Jeremiah went to who? The kings to the kings. Isaiah, the same thing. Who are Israelites? The judgments were always to what? To give Israel the warning. To blow the horn for Israel. All right. It's the same thing in this time. All right.
Like it says, in the book of Ezekiel, it says the same thing.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Get Ezekiel, what is it, 3?
Yep, Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 1.
Because Ezekiel was what? The Lord told him read the scriptures, which is his roll, eat the roll, which means read the scriptures and intake and get understanding of what you're reading. And when you understand it, go teach it. To who? The house of Israel. Go ahead, brother.
It's the book of Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 1. Moreover, he said unto me, son of man, eat thou thy findest.
Right.
Eat this roll and go speak unto the house of Israel.
Right.
You know, the scripture said go speak to the house of Moab. The scripture didn't say go speak to the house of Esau. You know, it said go speak to the house of Israel. Israel
right.
only.
Right. And then and while we're doing that, the other nations gonna hear it anyway. That's why it's to all nations, but it's really to Israel in this time to gather them. All right. But you have instances where the Lord, what? He tells us to do what? Go prophesy against Esau, the Mount Seir, Ezekiel 35. So we're, like you said, we're prophesying to all nations. Israel, the Esau, Ammon, you know. But the message of salvation is only for Israel. Through this, through us prophesying and through us going out there to foretell of the things to come. You see? Go to, damn, this is, what was it? We just said it. What was it?
You talking about Jeremiah?
Nah, get Ezekiel 35.
And
I'm gonna get this real quick. This is 2nd Esdras. Did you finish that Ezekiel? Yeah, I'm gonna get this is 2nd Esdras 15 and 1. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people, see, the words of prophecy. Who does that? Prophets.
The prophets.
Which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. What did the Lord say to Moses? Who has made man's mouth? Right? Didn't he say that to Moses? So Moses, man, come on, man. The Lord is only dealing with the prophets, Israel. Okay? When he gives messages and when he gives understanding to go teach to the world, it's going to be through an Israelite to whatever nation. All right? It says, verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper. That's that roll, right? It says, for they are faithful and true. So the things that was told to Ezekiel, those things came to pass, and they're still coming to pass. Why? Because they're faithful and true, and they're given to the prophets. You see? Go ahead, brother, if you have something.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35. Let me start at one. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying,
right.
Verse 2, son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir,
and what?
Prophesy against it.
And what?
Son of man,
what did the Lord tell him to do?
Prophesy against Mount Seir.
Prophesy. See? It's against another nation.
Yep.
All right, so the men that you see out on the highways and byways, what? Teaching the word. They're doing all of these things that were written in these scriptures that we just brought out. Prophesying to all nations, prophesying to Jake, prophesying to the house of Israel, prophesying to Mount Seir, which is you Edomites. You see?
Yep.
You got another one, brother?
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
You know, hey, the Lord ordained, his prophet, before birth.
That's what I was looking for to find that, brother. That's the spirit, bro. That's exactly what I was looking for earlier. I just couldn't find it. Ordained from the beginning. His prophets ordained. Maybe type that.
Yeah, the Lord ordained from the beginning. I got that Jeremiah though.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
The Lord ordained us from the spirit realm.
Right.
To be prophets, in this time.
Right. Lord willing with those men. Right. Go ahead.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
Right.
And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee.
That means he separated us. We're separate from you people. The Lord separated the prophets. We don't think like you people. We did at one time until the Lord woke us up into what we were supposed to really be doing.
Yep.
You see? Go ahead, bro.
And I ordained thee to be a prophet unto the nation.
Right.
So, it was before our birth that the Lord did this,
Right.
The Spirit, we prophesied back then too, because we them same spirits coming back into our life. The scriptures say, that the spirits that, the spirits that are of the prophets are the prophets. Paraphrasing.
Right.
So, yeah,
Get that scripture. The spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
I was trying to think about it like,
Go ahead, brother.
So this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 32. And the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
Right. So what? The men coming back, the men that you see on the highways and byways, starting with the apostles and elders on down, some of these men are back teaching amongst us through the Spirit. They would have to be. It told what was the scripture with Job? I'll stand in my lot until the end of days.
Oh yeah.
You see? We in the end of days, aren't we? So what? Those prophets that are written in this book are back doing what the prophecy said they would be doing in these end days, prophesying. You see? Now I'm trying to find that scripture still. I think it's prophets ordained from the beginning.
Let me type it up.
Because this was already written. All right? The Lord said he declared the end from the beginning. And the prophets were from the beginning, right?
Yep.
Let's see, hold on. Dang, where is it? I think it's in the Apocrypha. Did you find it?
No, I don't got it right now.
Well, I'm gonna try to find it and put it in the description box. But the prophets that are back now, they're back doing what the prophecy said they would come back doing, right?
I got it right here.
Oh, you got it?
Yep.
You got it.
The book of Sirach, chapter 36, verse 15.
Okay.
Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning.
Oh, wait, go ahead, bro.
Let me read that again.
I got a precept already. Go ahead, bro.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 36, verse 15. Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning.
Right.
And raise the prophets that have been in thy name.
Right. There you go. See? That's the spirit. That's the exact scripture I was looking for. Where Yahweh, getting Revelation where it said the spirit of prophecy is the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. Because you just spoke about that testimony. Give testimony to who? The prophets.
The prophets.
And then we'll end it off there.
All right, let me go to
Where the angel told him, we'll just have you get the account. I don't want to butcher it.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 19, verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him.
Right.
And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
There you go. That's plain.
Playing upon tables right there.
You see? So that was ordained from the beginning. Lord willing, if we're those men, we of the elect. Hopefully, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Ratazah we are. It was ordained from the beginning for us to do this. We were given that testimony. You see that he spoke of in Sirach. All right? So, really, that was just it. That was all my spirit. You had something else?
That's it.
So, Lord willing, that was edifying. We want to end it by giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to Akim across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. Shalom and a Bible ball.
A Bible ball.